Well, we got to the barn today. Got a ton of. Did you jog any horses today? You did not, eh?
Yesterday I did.
Oh, I jogged today. Man, the horses are starting to look nice. We're gonna try to plan to have a video for you guys next week of the video of the horses here, and then I'm gonna go back to Ontario with Danny the following week, right before Harrisburg, and I'll make a video of the other babies going in Ontario for you guys, and start getting a schedule together where we can start watching the horses go together. Anyway. I was very happy with what I saw from everybody today. Every year we just look at what we didn't do the year before, or maybe we thought we lacked in. We try to improve every year. And I was talking to Dr. Latessa briefly the other day, and because a lot of the times we'll just run the horses over to McKee's in Ontario and get them fluoroscoped. That way it gives you a sense of comfort, right? That you know if there's anything that might be on the horizon that might bother the horses. And Dr. Latessa said that he might be able to work out a scenario where him and the vet techs, don't be silly, him and the vet techs just x-ray all the horses, which is extensive. That's a big ask and a lot of help for us. That's even more extensive than fluoroscoping. So very, very happy that he offered to do that. Now I guess price would be important also. We're going to have to hammer out a price on doing that for the horses, but a full vet check for the horses would be a very good start for us. So thank you very much to Dr. Latessa and Lake Equine for that.
Hi, everyone.
I think everybody heard you, Turkey. When it comes to what went on today, just the babies jogged. No episodes today. It was very uneventful. I was very happy with a number of the horses that I saw. First days I got to see or go with a couple of them, other than the first day we broke them. So I was interested to see. I saw both Gaslight Hall and yeah, it's called when you show them how to wear the harness, it's called breaking a horse. Yeah. If you could put your fingers in your nose and your mouth more, that'd be awesome.
After you touch those musty cats.
Come on. That's actually sarcasm. I don't want you to do that. So, happy with what I saw from Gaslight Hall, Chicago Hall. A lot of the horses today I thought looked very, very good. I went with Gymboree. Captain Incredible was very good. Who else did I go with today? I saw Green Glitter jog. I told you that. She looked really, really good. This is the time of year, it's the most exciting time of year, right? You see the horses out in the track doing their work, and your mind wanders to what might be in 2024. So it's always a pretty exciting time of year to get the babies going for sure. As I said, I'm going to spend stop being silly. I'm going to spend the rest of the weekend working on cleaning up Lexington and the Maritime filly. I see she was sold out today, so that's good. It's always nice, when you see those shares start to dwindle and people start to participate. It's always good. So for those of you, if you're one of those people today or any day leading up to today, thank you very much. It looks like we're going to have a very good fall. So what went on yesterday? I talked a little bit about the meadows, a little bit more today from yesterday's news. I Forbid You, I told everybody that was her last start for us, and it is. We're going to sell her to one of our clients as a broodmare. I just get sick of chasing a better class or a better post position. And I told you guys, this is the stuff we're going to try to do a little more throughout the fall and into 2024, is just take a look, a real-time look at every horse as fairly as we can. And just say, and unbiased, and just say, okay, if we entered I Forbid You anywhere, is there a spot where she would go on the track at 8-5 right now? No, not really. Unless you put her in a lower climber, which I don't think makes any sense to anybody. So looking at that particular situation, it made much more sense just to sell her for a broodmare, because that's the avenue she'd likely go down when it all shook out anyway. So Larry is going to be the new owner of I Forbid You, which is perfectly fine, I suppose. I was extremely pleased with both Patrick the Piranha and Spitfire. I know, we talked about Spitfire potentially going to the Breeders' Crown and then having getting beat in an overnight event is a little upsetting, but shh, it's okay, sweetheart. But that happens, and it's not really the end of the world. I thought the horse raced well. He just got beat. I'd said to Amy later on that was first time Lasix for Big Boy Ernest, I think his name is, and I could tell he was breathing down my neck pretty good in the last turn. I could tell it was going to be a tussle, and Although I wasn't disappointed with Spitfire, I was very impressed with the Ernest horse for sure. He looked very, very good yesterday. Patrick raced good. You could see how the race unfolded. I talked to you a little bit more about what went into going into that race yesterday and where my mindset was. And quite frankly, the horse, a Millionaire that beat him, working on a mystery, raced very, very good yesterday. So good for Patrick's group. Also, my only concern is the Open going to fill every week? I really hope it does. You've seen us having to move Think of Galaxies around because that Open Mares didn't fill. Be nice to get her back on the straight and narrow also starting Sunday night. After I finished racing yesterday afternoon, I looked ahead. All we had to do was watch the horses race last night. We'll talk about them in a minute. And Saturday, we had to scratch What a Mission tonight. He was sick the other day. We scratched No Free Lunch. He came up with a tiny little injury that we're going to work on over the next couple of weeks and get that cleaned up. And not a whole lot more, really, until Think of Galaxies on Sunday night. So yesterday, I don't want to forget about what took place last night. Really impressed with All Gas, No Brakes. I liked this horse from the first time I qualified him. I thought he raced great the first night I drove him. I thought he raced pretty good his first start in Ontario. A little flat last week. Got him cleaned up, got him healthy, and he raced great last night. Tyler Borth is making an impact in the driver's colony at Mohawk. The horse looked good, but the kid drove him smart. I watched him get away second last. I'm like, oh my God, he's going to get away second last. And then he ended up, of course, I forgot that at Mohawk no one moves ever. So Trevor Henry moved out of sixth coming to the half, and no takers on the first over for him. So we ended up in a perfect spot second over. He pounced on them, trotted hard right to the wire, and I was very, very pleased with what I saw from him. And then a fourth from Cake last night, but truthfully speaking, first start for us, first start in 3 weeks. Back in the program, we had him on. I said this to Amy last night. First time swimming probably in 5-6 weeks. He might have been a little crampy. I thought he finished his mile up good. He could have been a very mediocre sixth, and instead he was an okay fourth. I think we can build on that. Obviously, he has his issues that we continue to manage and mitigate best we can. But I was happy with what I saw last night. So happy with yesterday afternoon, happy with last night, coming off a day that was, to be fair, a little disheartening, a little saddening, but that's the way racing is. We'll bounce back. Hopefully have a good week coming up this week in Ohio and Pennsylvania and Ontario, and then start to formulate a plan as we head into Harrisburg. So, for those of you wondering when you'll see videos from the Ontario horses, soon. We're just getting them broke in now in Ontario, and we'll have a video for you soon enough. I'm trying my hardest to line up videoing for next week for everybody in Ohio. That should be a lot of fun. Really excited about being able to get all these horses vetted out in a timely fashion over the next week or so. So if there's any issues, tiny OCDs here and there, we can pop them out. Really happy and appreciative of the fact that Dr. Latessa offered to do that. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. A little bit of a quiet day. We got baseball last night, was pretty cool. Football coming up tomorrow. And I know that we're in Ohio right now. So the big buzz in Ohio right now is the Ohio State, Pennsylvania State, Penn State football game this afternoon. Now, it's so cool to come to the States, and college football is such a big, enormous thing over here. We really don't have a ton of it in Canada, right? So, and the coverage is nowhere near as extensive as it is in the States. It literally is like the NFL, or even bigger in some places. So, kind of getting into watching a little more of the college football, so it's pretty cool. So, gonna have a pretty chill day, an easy day. One thing that Amy and I never usually get to have is just an easy Saturday with the kids. Gonna probably relax. So, if there's any questions or anything you need to know about any of the horses and when today or anything that is going on, please let me know, and I'd be happy to bring you up to speed. Take care.